Welcome along to episode 857 of the Milk Bar. Jason Forrest here with you as ever. Coming up on the show this week, we'll be finding out about A Celtic Christmas, which is going to be at the Stafford Gatehouse on the 6th of December. Tom Keane from Crumbles, the cafe at Compton will be letting us know all about the latest award they're up for. We have a natter with Jonathan Ware about the Trentham Winter Light Trail, which is now underway. Also open is the Garrick's Panto, Cinderella. We'll be talking to Cinders herself, plus a fairy godmother and the prince too. On top of that, we find out about the store of the future from the Kingfisher Group. Sean Fletcher is along to let us know about surface water flooding. He knows a thing about that because he's been on Countryfile for ages now. Plus, we'll be hearing from Shane McCormack all about Trapped, a brand new film he's part of. And we have a bit of a natter with Dame Denise Lewis alongside Susan Hope from Scottish Widows as we find out about the pension gap that women are seeing across their incomes in later life. That's all on the way on the show this week.
Welcome to the Milk Bar. 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 Welcome to the Milk Bar.
This 6th of December, a Celtic beginning to your festivities takes place. Caitlin Downey joins me now to tell us what's going on. How are you doing?
I'm all right, thank you, Jason. How are you?
All good here. And I know when you put this show together, it was crafted with love for the festive season and, of course, for some Celtic tunes.
Yes, it was. And I hope that it really brings people that festive feeling for themselves as well.
So Stafford Gatehouse is going to be your venue, and it's going to be sort of a real buzz about Christmas, but with some amazing talent on that stage. And yeah, when you're producing a show like this, hand picking the performers must be quite good fun.
It is, and it's nice when they're your friends as well. So I'm lucky to have such talented friends.
Well, yeah, but particularly when you've got someone who's been in Mamma Mia in the West End and played
Yes.
all the roles. Like if someone's an understudy or if they're actually moving between roles, that's even harder than sitting still in the same role for a number of years, isn't it?
Yes, I would say so. And it's wonderful to hear the stories in person now from Jenny about her time on Mamma Mia.
And of course, you've got some brilliant musicians as well.
Yes, we have Anya, who was in Cabaret on the West End, and Josh and Tom, who are great musicians in their own right as well.
Your musical director is somewhat well known.
Yes, they're yes. So they were in the West End doing Cabaret, the one, the famous one with Eddie Redmayne and things. So they were on stage, all dressed up, looking fabulous for that show.
So it's going to be rather a good time. How does the musical offering sort of work itself out?
So we have the traditional carols that you would have grown up listening to. So I saw three ships come sailing in, Jingle Bells, We Three Kings, and we weave them in the show to create a storyline from the longest night of the year, the 21st of December, all the way up to New Year's Eve. And we perform the songs and we tell little stories around the songs as the show progresses.
And I don't think you get a warmer feeling than the music and words to Joy to the World. I mean, it's just going to be probably a showstopper in a show of showstoppers.
Yes, that's one of my favourites. I love that one. They were rehearsing it yesterday and I felt really, really Christmassy. It was brilliant.
So you can tap along with your feet. We're not expecting you to join in though, because we've got performers for that, haven't we?
Well, there's a couple of moments. If the audience wants to join in, they're very welcome to.
So it will be about getting that sort of festive start to the season. And I mean, you are basically making Christmas for so many families. That's a bit of a responsibility on your shoulders and for the rest of the team too.
Well, yes, I mean, we'll try to. We'll try to. It really is. I really hope that people come away feeling really festive and cheerful and ready to embrace the season because, Christmas can be a really hectic, frantic time. And this show gives you a chance to kind of reflect and relax, but also, as you say, tap your feet and sing along as well. So.
Well, from West End Stars through Brit Award nominees, you've got an amazingly talented cast, so it's going to be well worth a look. And how does the look of the show work as well? I mean, I take it they'll be dressing as if they were outdoors, probably.
Yes. So think glamorous dresses, but with chunky boots. And then, so they're ready for all weathers, all the situations, basically. And they have, lovely garlands in their hair. And we've got candlelight, sort of like beautiful LED lights all over the stage as well. It's really, really beautiful.
And really just putting that bit of festivity into a brilliant show. What you mentioned, Joy to the World's one of your favourites. But what really works with this show? What makes it so special for you being part of the team?
Really, for me, it's seeing an idea that I had maybe 10 years ago come to life. And I really owe it to the group this year for making that happen. It's just the most stunning. Hearing the rehearsal yesterday, it's really, really, it's just, yeah, it's a real, like almost childhood dream of mine to have a show like this put together. And song wise, my favourites are Auld Lang Syne and Good King Wenceslas.
So that's going to be a treat too. So the 6th of December is the date. 01785 619080 is the box office number. Gatehouse.co.uk is how you grab your tickets. And then basically come along and be festive.
Yes, absolutely. And enjoy yourselves.
That's what we want. It's a bit of enjoyment, a bit of fantastic time to be had. And a Saturday night is the way to do it, isn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, Kenny Downey from the team behind this amazing Celtic Christmas. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Now, the whole nation seems to be pretty much unaware of the flood risks that could hit our homes, with 3 times as many properties in England at high risk from surface flooding versus rivers and seas. To tell us more, I'm joined now by somebody you'll have seen on Countryfile, Sean Fletcher. Good afternoon, sir.
Good to see you, Jason. Thanks
Good
for
to
having
talk to
me.
you. Well, what's going on here then? Because these are worrying numbers, aren't they? Because it means that not only are you looking at where you think a floodplain is next to a river, actually surface water can cause almost as much, if not more, damage.
Yeah. I mean, that's the point. I think when you talk about rivers, when you think of flooding, you think, well, I don't. Lots of people might be listening, thinking, well, I don't live near a river. I'm not near the sea, so it's not going to affect me. But this is the thing: surface flooding is heavy, a deluge of rain. That doesn't drain away. So it stays on the surface and that floods our homes. And that, as you say, I think you mentioned the figures there, three times as many properties in England are at high risk from surface flooding than rivers and the sea combined. So that perception we have of rivers and the sea, it's just totally, literally blown out of the water when you compare it to surface flooding. And so many of us just don't think we're going to be affected. I was one of those people before I looked into all of this, that you just think, you watch it on the news, you see all these flooding stories, and you think, oh, that's really awful. And it is awful. It devastates people's homes, it devastates businesses. But you think that's not going to happen to me. And the figures we have from the government are that 4.6 million properties in England alone already face the risk of surface flooding. That's going to rise to 6.1 million in 15 years. And I just did a quick Google, and there are about 25 million properties in England. So that's quite a big chunk of those homes. There'll be lots of people listening who would have thought, I'm not going to be affected by surface flooding, but it will affect them, or it could affect them. And this is the thing: you don't have to live near a river or by the coast to be affected by it. It can affect anyone.
Yeah, well, one of my friends has actually got a rental property, and she's seen the water level rising. Literally, a kid's playground that disappears underwater during any heavy rain, and it can make its way the best part of 300-400 meters up towards her property. Now, fortunately, it hasn't been touched yet, but it's making sure you've got insurance cover for that sort of thing should it actually happen to you.
I'm really passionate about making people more aware of this. So I'm working with Admiral, the insurance company, to try and raise awareness and get it into people's consciousness that they could be affected by this. And if they are, so we're sort of going through these steps that you've initially, many people like me, like I was, they don't think they're going to be affected. Get them to realize that anyone can be affected because rivers and seas might be miles away, but the rain affects all of us, and you could have a heavy deluge. We're seeing a lot more of that. We're seeing storms like Storm Claudia. We're seeing more of those big weather events happening. So to get people to realize that it could affect them, and then to get them to think, what could I do now? There sometimes there's heavy rain and it will affect your home, and the water might come into your home. So can we make you more resilient? What can you do to make yourself safer? And that's what we're doing. We've actually put together a flood force team. It's like a crack team of 4 amazing people who've have got all the tips and advice. So I've run through the actual members of the team. Mary is someone who was affected by surface flooding 25 years ago. So that's like a quarter of a century ago. She spent that time since then campaigning to make people aware and help people be more flood resilient. And when I say flood resilient, as I say, sometimes the flood it does affect your home. So how can you be resilient to that when the water comes in? We've got Danny Clark, who's a gardener. You may have seen him on the BBC's The Instant Gardener, or Alan Titchmarsh's Love Your Garden. He helps us, gives tips on how he can make your garden absorb more of that water before it potentially comes into your home. Joel is an expert in environmental risk, for managing risk for properties. And Ben is and works for the National Trust on natural flood defences. The four of them have combined and they've come up with lots of tips that can help you. You think of flood defences, you think, my gosh, that's going to cost thousands. It doesn't have to. These are really cheap and easy things, many of these things they're saying. And you just need to go to the website, admiral.com/floodforce to get their tips. So that's admiral.com/floodforce, and you'll get all those tips that they say. I'm going to give one of them to you, and this doesn't cost anything. You think when it's flooding, the rain's coming in, the water starts to come into your house. You want to lift everything upstairs. You want to take all the valuable things upstairs, raise things above the water level. But what do you do with your dining room table? It's too heavy to lift. Where are you going to put it? Put each leg in a Wellington boot. You all you need is two pairs of Wellington boots. Your table looks like a person, like it's going to walk off without the top half. It looks a bit silly, but you potentially rescue your table. And it's things like that. There are tips that just brilliant tips. I remember when I heard that, I was laughing to myself. But actually, you don't want to be thinking about that when the heavy rain is coming down and the water's coming to your house. You want to have thought about it beforehand. And that's what we're trying to do, get people to realize that they could be at risk. So what would they do if this happened? These are the things, and that website, all those tips on the website will help you.
Yeah, because I'm fortunate, which is I've got a drain all the way around my house, so at least I've got something to try and take water away. Admittedly, to a soakaway, which might become overwhelmed, but if it does become harder, and I think one of the things we forget is with more and more hard surfaces and less soil around us, that sort of thing doesn't drain away in the same way, and that sort of thing can put your house at risk if you don't plan for it.
Exactly, Jason. I mean, that's the thing. Surface flooding is becoming more prevalent because we've got these hard surfaces, and you think, oh well, I don't live near a river, I'm not in the countryside or whatever, so I'll be fine. But actually, it's happening in urban areas a lot as well. So you've got a car park around you, or a road, and all it takes is a load of leaves to block up that drain around you, Jason. And you could be at risk as well, and you might not notice it on a windy day, or the leaves come down. It's those sorts of things, or if you have artificial grass in your garden. That's not going to help with absorption, with the water being absorbed into your garden. So there's lots of things that might, like almost like the perfect storm that could happen, and then you suddenly find yourself in this situation, and it's too late then to start thinking about it. So I mean, just as well, once you get affected, so 3/4 of people affected by surface flooding have been affected at least 3 times before. Now we're not talking about clean water flowing, like clean river spring water flowing into your house. This is dirty water. It's full of silt and pollution, and can be really dirty and smelly, and it ruins homes. And so that could leave you out away from your home for several months before you return to your home. But if you're affected 3 times, at least 3 times, that could happen again in a week or two. And so almost like a boxer, getting up, being hit, getting up, being hit again. It's just devastating to people, and I want people to be aware of that this could happen.
So once again, where can we go for more information to get some top tips, and also make sure we're covered in the event the unfortunate thing does happen to us with ingress of water?
Yeah, it says admiral.com/floodforce, and you'll see the Floodforce team there, and they will give you all lots of really good advice and tips. Many more than I've given you, but there are loads of great tips there that can help you be more flood resilient if you get surface flooding coming into your house.
Fingers crossed we will avoid such problems, but do keep an eye on it. Look at what we can do, take the tips, and get ready to go, because you don't want to be floating down the street on that dining table with his wellies on. That really wouldn't be good for you. Sean Fletcher, TV presenter.
Or walking down the street.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, just seeing you wandering. Yeah. Sean Fletcher, TV presenter. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks, Jason.
Now, the award-winning coffee shop at Compton Care, the main hospice site, is up for yet another award. They're currently in the running for another phenomenal plaudit. To tell us more about what's going on and how they're getting on, I'm joined now by Tom Keane. Good afternoon.
Hi, Jason. Yeah, good. Thank you. Yourself?
All good here. So what's happening, and what's the award you're being considered for this time?
It's for the West Midlands Travel and Tourism Awards. So yeah, it's a really interesting one for us. It's something that's really important for us as a standalone cafe on the site, for us to get and try and get some achievements in the catering division of things. So yeah, we're really excited, really happy. Like I said, through to the finalist stage now. So we're just awaiting some judging. the second judging visit, and then hopefully we'll find out later on at the start of the year.
So, I mean, all good news, and the fact that you've been considered again is a major plaudit. So it's great to see the recognition of the work that you're doing, and yeah, it's all raising funds for such a worthwhile cause too. So it's a win-win situation all
Correct.
round.
Yeah, it's all doing great stuff for Compton. I think the thing that's really important for us in the message is that all profits that we make all go back towards Compton. So yeah, it's fantastic that it's another way for people to be able to support rather than maybe doing something like a run or a climb or a hike or a head shave. You can just come for a coffee and you're still able to contribute and make a difference to people's lives.
It does sound a lot easier if you don't like a challenge and you do like, say, a bacon sandwich. So it's going to be
Indeed.
what.
Yeah.
So what is the menu looking like, and what times are you open down there?
Yeah, so we're open 8 till 4, Monday to Saturday. So we've just recently done a new menu uplift for our kind of autumn winter period. So we've added new stuff on the menu like Yorkshire pudding wraps with beef brisket. So that's going down really well. We've got the classic toasties that have come back in, which always goes down really well. New vegan alternatives. Obviously, we've always got plenty of stuff for gluten-free needs as well. Still got the breakfast menu offer that's going. So any drink, pastry or granola pot, all for £5 takeaway.
So lots of great options, supporting a good cause, and the chance of yet another award. Can people vote in this award scheme too?
No, so it's not from voting. It's all from the West Midlands Travel and Tourism Award. So we've gone through 2 stages. So one stage so far. The second stage is yet to come. So we sent off our application in May, June time. They've reviewed that, and then that's how we've become finalists. And then the next stage is a judging side visit. So they'll come. They've got until I think the end of November. So we've only got a few days left. Maybe they've already been. We don't know. And then we should hear then in March around the award ceremony. Maybe we hear before if we're invited over to how things have gone. So yeah, waiting some feedback.
Well, we'll look forward to seeing how you get on. Fingers crossed for you. I know what happens. You're a winner with absolutely every single one of your customers every day of the week. So I'm sure that whoever it is that's been your mystery visitor will have had a good time too.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Cheers. Tom, remind us where we can find you.
Okay, so we're based on the main site of Compton Care, which I think is what everybody knows. But it's 4 Compton Road West, Wolverhampton, WV3 9 Delta Hotel.
Enjoy. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Tom Keane, as ever, thanks for joining us.
Excellent. Thank you, Jason. Cheers.
Cinderella is played by Shannon Bourne at Lichfield, Garrick this year from the 21st of November through until the 11th of January. And she's here with me now. How are you doing?
Hello, I'm very good. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And we're here on stage and we've got the backdrop looking fantastic behind us.
Whoa.
And we've got a giant pumpkin in front of us.
Yes, we need to name this pumpkin.
What names do you give to pumpkins?
Well, I don't know what names
Peter?
we should give to root veg. That doesn't seem quite right.
It alliterates, but...
Well, it doesn't seem very Panto though, Peter, does it?
Okay, Tarquin?
That's a much better suggestion. Why don't we ask people, do you have comments?
Yeah, I'm sure people would want to get in touch and tell me what they think a pumpkin should be called. We can work that one out.
Yeah.
So you've obviously got some quite hard work ahead of you.
Yes.
And you're not looking in your most resplendent of looks at the minute, are you?
No, I'm
for
in my
Panto
rags.
Press Day, they gave you rags.
Yeah, I know. Not my best look, but there is a ballroom look, so hopefully they'll give me that at some point in the day before 6 p.m. when I leave. So.
Yeah. That'd be nice. But you're looking forward to the whole experience.
Yes.
The transformation every single show.
Yes, I'm looking forward to that reveal for sure.
And of course the magical moment of getting your prince.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Is that mostly spoilers?
I'm very excited to to be with my prince. Yes.
And when you're performing in Panto, it must be really hard work because you're singing, you're dancing. There is something going on the whole time.
Honestly,
and you even have to dance with villagers.
Yes, and twice a day, every day.
Well, apart from the days, it's 3 times.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly, yeah, crazy. I'm very excited and nervous for the brutal challenge of Panto. Yeah, my stamina is going to be tested for sure.
Absolutely, but it is just the way you bring joy to so many at Christmas, which makes it
Yes.
all worthwhile, doesn't it?
For sure, especially the kids, like when it's 10 a.m. and you feel like you've got nothing left to give, and the kids, you come out and the kids are like, wow! That is what you need at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Absolutely, it'll work every time.
Yeah.
And obviously Panto must have been part of your family growing up. Did you go off to Panto each year?
Gosh, no, we actually didn't.
No.
No.
You're one of the poor ones who got missed out.
No, we didn't really do Panto as like a family tradition. I went to one at school for sure, but never with the fam. So it's kind of new to me. This is only my second Panto ever, so that I'm performing in. So.
But you've seen some, but
Yeah, I saw
you've
this one
performed
last
more
year.
in Panto than Pantos that you've seen.
Maybe, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I saw this one last year, and now I'm in it, so.
Absolutely brilliant. It's magical. It is one of those wonderful Christmas moments.
Yes.
It's like a Christmas miracle, isn't
It
it?
is a Christmas miracle.
It'll be absolutely fantastic. What are you asking for Christmas? It's not pumpkin, is it?
Whoa, it's not a pumpkin. It's not a pumpkin, no. I don't know what I want for Christmas. Maybe a nicer dress.
I'm sure that'll happen throughout the each night, so you'll be good. So as simple as that. 01543 412 121 is how you get your tickets, or you can give the box office a little look up online as well at lichfieldgarrick.com. That'll work, won't it?
Yes, definitely.
And have you decided you want to like hijack the box office and go and take some calls at some point?
Oh my gosh, yeah, I should definitely do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe if you call, I'll answer.
Yeah, you're gonna ask. Yeah, see if you can set that up.
Yeah,
But
please.
just don't
I would love that.
don't let Ben in there as well. That's Ben Thorne now. But you and Prince Charming could be great, couldn't it? Cinders and Prince Charming. That's
Yeah, and me and Adam actually know each other. So we've known each other for a couple of years now. We did Panto together last year.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's all good. I love it. I have a fantastic time. Break a leg.
Thank you.
21st of November through to the 11th of January is the Lichfield Garrick. Make sure you are here for Cinderella this year. Thank you.
Thank you.
Adam Craig is Prince Charming in Cinderella, and he's got a sash and everything. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Now, I'm checking for... You are free from the 21st of November through to the 11th of January, aren't you? You can fit in with all those times for them.
Yes, I don't think I have any holidays booked.
That's
I
good.
think I'm free. I think I'm free.
Because it'd be awkward.
It would be a bit awkward.
Because the costume was made to measure and everything, wasn't it?
And it looks pretty. It looks pretty good.
That's
Don't
right. I mean,
you know,
yeah, and
you
tights
know.
are your thing, aren't they?
Yeah, every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
Throughout the summer, you've had some lighter denier ones, I take
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
American tan?
What tan?
American tan.
Is that the colour?
That's a colour, yeah.
Oh yeah, probably very pasty pale.
Yeah,
so-
but your legs don't tell that story.
No.
So apart from enjoying dressing up, what else are you here for? You get a musical number or two,
Yeah, hopefully. I can't wait to find out what the musical numbers are.
and that's the big thing, isn't it? Because the Prince always has to belt out a few classics to try and woo the good old leading lady.
Yeah, and hopefully I can convince her to go to the ball with me.
Well, I think it's pretty much a given, isn't it?
Yeah.
So at some point,
Story.
but I've been having a chat with the fairy, and she tells me she'll sort it if there's any doubt.
Perfect. You can always trust the fairy.
This is it.
Do you know what I mean?
They're
You can
amazing. They've got
always trust the fairy.
yeah.
Pixie dust and whatnot.
That's Pixies.
Fairy dust.
That's the
then.
one, yeah.
Fairy dust.
So, what else is going on with you? Because is Christmas a big thing for you and your family? So is this magical?
Yeah, it is. I mean, I grew up going to Pantos all the time, you
Mm-hmm.
know, back home. Like, Panto was such like a tradition. We were there every year. Oh, we'd always try and get the coveted like Christmas Eve slot when like the Christmas hype is out.
Mm-hmm. And
It's, like,
that is an
biggest.
amazing audience, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's always the best audience.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if it's already sold out here. It might be, but we'd always try to go Christmas Eve, and yeah, I can't wait. My family's coming down. They're actually coming down for Christmas Eve, which is gonna be
so you've got tickets for that one for
Yes.
them, or are you just going to try
for
and
them.
sneak them in?
They did pay full price.
Okay,
for the
that's all right,
tickets,
just checking, just wanted to
yeah,
make
yeah,
sure,
Yeah,
yeah.
they aren't being snuck in. But now that you've said that, I'm now like maybe I.
You should have done that.
could-
do they
could
not know
have
you're the
I could have
blooming
saved them.
prince?
Yeah. Well, no. Imagine I don't tell them. They just come in and they're like, what are you doing in this?
Yeah.
I'm like, surprise.
Yeah,
I'm the prince.
that'd be funny, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't turn up. Where is he? Well, there you go. Okay, so what else do we need to know about you and your Panto living experience? Because obviously this must be your favourite Panto.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Cinderella.
He's on script. That's good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Cinderella's like a classic. I mean, the Ugly Stepsisters, Dandini, like, you know, I don't think it gets better than Cinderella. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's the whole Dandini thing, though. How are you going to work that? Because obviously you've got to be better looking than Dandini, haven't you?
Oh, I think Dandini's giving me a run for my money.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a strapping lad. So yeah, maybe a few more gym sessions. You know.
Well, you got a couple of months before it all gets going. Yeah, so that'll do it.
Yeah, we've got some more time.
Yeah.
You know, there's time to maybe. Go for a run or two.
Okay, so the run itself, as we say, 21st November through to the 11th of January.
Yeah.
And during that time, have you worked out how many different moments you've got to have on stage and how many songs you've got to sing? Yeah, because you don't know the actual run of the songs, but it must be quite early on. You suddenly realise, hang on, I've got to do this 93 times.
Yeah, the schedule is full on. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Those 3 show days are those 3 shows in one day is like, I mean, you know, usual like West End shows, you're doing eight shows a week. Panto, you're doing 12 plus.
Yeah.
You know, like it is intense, it's full on. But I still don't know exactly what's happening yet with the script.
Do you like to insist on certain things on the ride, or is there somebody backstage who has to trim your beard for you, that sort of thing?
No, I did this myself, unfortunately.
I'm still quite close to it. It looks fine.
Thank you. I'll take that. No, I unfortunately do not have someone.
You don't get to be pampered.
No, unfortunately, I just have to pamper myself. I just maybe a little face mask after the show or in between shows.
And chill out and relax that way.
Yeah.
Well, that works. Yeah. So people find you on Instagram and things to check out the prints beforehand and look at your various different facial beard styles you'll go for.
Yeah, for sure thing. Yeah, there's a mustache on there,
Yeah.
you know, maybe.
Okay, because you've got 4 first names, haven't you, when you put it all together? Because Adam Craig is what you're known as by equity. Are you prepared
Adam
to?
Craig,
Yeah.
and then I've also got Donald Samuel in the middle, my 2 grandpas. So I've got Adam Donald Samuel Craig.
Yeah.
So that's the government name. If you're trying to find me.
Yeah, if the HMRC, you're already sorted.
Yeah. But no, on Instagram, Adam.Craig_. Simple.
The underscore casually placed at the end.
Casually placed at the end.
Well, that works.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all good. Have a good time with it. Have a brilliant time in Panto. Enjoy yourself.
Thank you so much.
And that
Thank
really
you.
is your colour. So, this is quality.
Wow.
And I'm liking the bits of curtainy stuff around the sleeves as well.
And the lace, the doily.
Well,
the doily by the sleeves.
Yeah, you're a boy who's always loved a doily, aren't you?
Oh, man.
Yeah. 01543 412 121 is the box office number. LichfieldGarrick.com to get your tickets. The madness will continue in that run up to Christmas. Have a fantastic time with it. Enjoy yourself in Lichfield, and I hope your family love it too.
Thank you. That's so sweet. Thank you. I'm sure they will. They definitely will.
Clarice Julianne there is the wonderful fairy godmother. She's got a wand and everything. It is Cinderella at the Lichfield Garrick from the 21st November through to the 11th of January. And that's a long spell to be casting spells.
It is a long spell, but she only gets this if she does the mission that she's been asked to do.
Oh, right. So it's a bit challenging, is it?
Yes,
It's
it
not like,
is.
is it like Squid Games?
Oh, I hope not.
No.
I really hope not.
'Cause that'd be a bit much for the kids, wouldn't
Not
it?
very family friendly.
No, that's
Squid
no.
Games, is it,
So
though?
it's what else has missions in it that's good fun?
You put me on the spot there
Well,
now.
it could be like being on Blue Peter, because
Yes.
they always do something like that, don't
I
they?
love Blue Peter,
Yeah, so
yes.
we'll go with that. So that's the vibe you're going for.
Yeah.
However, for copyright reasons, it's not the vibe
No,
they're going
not-
for.
not Squid Games.
So okay, so you got to do a mission. You've got to get your wand. You've got to be able to save the day.
Yes, I do. I've got to make Cinderella fall in love with her prince.
And is that a difficult job? I mean, have you seen the prince? Is it going to
Oh,
require a lot of magic,
No,
or is it?
I don't think so.
He's a pretty boy, isn't
Yeah,
he?
he's a pretty boy.
Yeah, so that's
for
gonna
sure.
that's gonna fix that problem. So
Yes.
you've read relatively little work, but the wand is what's needed to point her in the
Yeah,
right direction.
Exactly. So hopefully we get there.
It's like a Cinderella sat nav.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so that's
the
going to be
one.
good. And of course, being back at the Garrick is good fun for you. I mean,
Yeah,
you were amazing
amazing.
last year.
Oh, thank you
You were
so
the best
much.
bovine I saw at any
Oh,
panto
bless
during
you.
2024.
Very, very different now.
Yeah, well, this is
I miss my hooves and my tail.
Yeah.
But
You could easily wear hooves and a tail under that without anyone noticing.
I did ask, but I think they
said no.
They said no.
No. Okay. But you do get to work with pumpkins too.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, because I mean we have got a
yeah,
stunt
we do
pumpkin,
have- yeah.
which we had a little chat with Ben about earlier on,
Yeah.
because that's his only friend during the Christmas
Oh,
period,
it
I
is,
think.
yeah,
So.
that's a shame, isn't it?
But I mean, turning a giant pumpkin into
Yeah.
a giant carriage, that's again.
It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
And she's got to get it right every night.
Yeah,
so
I know that.
Fingers crossed.
4 times some days, I'm
yeah,
sure.
yeah, 3.
Is it only 3?
Not 4.
No, you're not doing 4. It's just
3.
the 3.
3's the maximum.
Yeah, well, you're supposed to get home at night.
That's
Is
true.
it easier than calling an Uber?
I'll let you know when the run starts.
Okay, check it out. See if you can convert or whether
Yeah.
you're on the app.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
Okay, and what else have you been up to over the last 12 months? Started in any major? Have you been on the
Unfortunately,
Broadway?
not.
No.
Broadway is coming.
Yeah. Right.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Maybe one day.
Yeah.
But no, it's been a quiet year for me. So I'm very excited to be back at Christmas
You've been
time.
saving your energy for this.
Saving my energy for Panto, yeah.
Well,
for
that
sure.
works, doesn't
yeah.
it? Okay,
Yeah,
all
for
good.
sure.
Oh, have a fantastic time with it.
Yeah.
Enjoy the wand.
I will.
And I love the fact that you got headgear as
I
well.
know, and the sparkles, lots of sparkles.
Yeah,
for
you're
the
enjoying your
fairy.
sparkles.
Love
Any
them.
like, is there fairy dust or effects? How do you? They've told you. When
I
you got
might have to speak to backstage.
Yeah, see if you can get some effects.
Because I want lots, yeah.
That's on the rider. It's an absolute demand. It is the 21st of November through to the 11th of January. It is Cinderella at the Lichfield Garrick on 01543 412121 to get your tickets via the box office phone line, or you can go to lichfieldgarrick.com and order them without having to talk to anybody. But you do have to just join in with the panto, even if you do it that way. Lovely to see you. Enjoy being your fairy thing.
Thank you so
and have a great
much.
Christmas.
Thank you, and you too.
Now, Trapped, a brand new feature film, is released, and it is going to be impressing audiences wherever you get to watch it. We'll find out where you can see it in a mo after we've had a bit of a natter with Shane McCormack, who's one of the stars. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good.
Good stuff. So, Trapped, tell me more.
So Trapped is basically about an abusive cycle. So it leads on to Gina Jones, who plays Ray. Her dad abuses her mum. Then she ends up falling for a guy called Frank, played by myself. And my dad was a drunk and abusive as well. So it sort of stemmed where the girl and the boy end up meeting and getting together, and then it enrolls that I start abusing her. From obviously the history that I've entailed, the abuse that I've gone through, it makes it for me to then start doing things that my dad did. And then Gina's, who's playing Ray, is obviously suffering the same thing as her mum.
And initially the hope of these two characters getting together, where they sort of they feel a kindred spirit in the what they've survived, only for then that to turn into something which is more painful for them as well. And both the characters that you're talking about here, I mean, they won't want to end up in this cycle, but it just becomes normal.
Yes, this is exactly it. So we're basically Move Mountain Production. We're trying to sort of work and create films based on mental health. It's our kind of niche, to sort of bring in an audience to open everybody's eyes to real life, what's going on, so people can reach out and not hide and not deal with things on their own. We want people to come out and get the help that they need. So this film is sort of the start of the feature film, which is obviously domestic abuse, where we want people that are being abused, that have been in cycles like this, where their dad's abusive, and then they've got in a relationship themselves. There's a massive audience out there. There's so many people that are going through this and dealing with this on their own. So we're trying to bring this to light. Just even if we can help a small amount of people, then obviously we've done a good job.
The storytelling is part of that as well, and it's believing in those characters. It's the way you've brought them to life. And as a new production company that you're at the heart of, this is going to be a chance, say, to make a difference. And it's telling the tale of what could have been if there had have been help early on for both of your characters. They could have led very different lives.
Exactly. And again, like I say, so if we can help a smaller percentage of the world that can see this, and even one or two people sort of see this film and sort of go and get help, then it can help them sort of going in the future to prevent being set back, if that makes sense.
And in the film itself, the help that is required is available in real life. I mean, that's something that Refuge are able to assist with.
Yeah, exactly. So we've got a couple of charities attached, which at the end are on the end credits. Once you watch the film, the end credits come. So then obviously if someone watches the film and they see that we want to get help, then obviously can continue to watch the end credits. And you'll see the charities attached where you can make contact and get the help that you need.
And all of this is about opportunities to make a change and difference. And I know that in your own life, your background and your determination to get into the film industry is the sort of thing and the spirit that you're kind of reflecting here too.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm from the middle class, the construction sites and the building. I come up from a family without a dad, and it's hard work. It's hard work, especially when you want to do something that you can't do. You crave. I wanted to crave to be an actor. I wanted to crave to produce film, but you need funds, you need support, you need backing, and you need to have the know-how how to get to it and how to do it. Um, so myself in particular, I went to college for carpentry and joinery, done construction, site managing, etc., and come from the working man background. Flipped a property, earned 150 grand, bought me mum a car, put myself through acting school with the real scene, done 2 years course with them, um, mentored by Steve North and Frank Harper, which are good actors. And obviously, when you finish the course, you sort of walk away feeling you can act, you can do that, you can take this further. And obviously, without doing the hard work in the beginning, on the building sites, the construction, flipping the properties, buying another house, I wouldn't have had that chance. So yeah, it started late in life. I think I was about 26. Went to real scene, done a couple of short films. Started from the beginning, where I was doing supporting roles, one-liners, cameos, little jobs here, music videos, just to be around it. And then I wanted to be lead. So I started doing lead roles on short films. We created two ourselves, again based on our niche on the mental health of and Munchausen, which is called Castle in the Sky. Jamie Winston, Jeff Bell in that. Um, the one before, let's talk about George. We had Nick Nevin directing, Frank Harper, Katie Jarvis were in it. So we had two short films there with great UK actors in it. And now we sort of stemmed from that and thought I went and learnt with the Rise of the Foot Soldiers, Carnaby. I was Nick Nevin's right hand man on the Vinnie Jones one, where for a 1 month I worked for free. They paid for my digs and my food, but I learnt the cycle and how the machine works. How to create a film from start to finish, from the script to the end. And then when I left the Vinnie Jones Rise of the Foot Soldier for that 1 month, I think it was a year later, we went away and created. It was called Ray, which is now called Trapped. It's had a few name changes because of a few problems, but yeah, we've got the first one ticked off.
Well, I think determination has been a major part in that, and making sure that the path that you want to find yourself on is one that you're prepared to put the work into. People will be able to see that work on screen by looking for Trapped. It's available now on Amazon Prime and Google Play, as well as iTunes too. And you can see this, get an inspiration from it. I think one of the good things, be able to watch this in your own home. It may well give the thought and the sort of impetus to somebody else to make a change in their life when they see how the characters work through the situation that they found themselves in, and really getting that message across. And with such a massive cast of absolutely fantastic names that people will know, and they will know, I know them from there, and there. I mean, this is a hugely talented cast, so it is going to be well worth sitting down for the cast alone. That alone, the storytelling that comes with it. So it's going to be a treat, isn't it?
It definitely is. So Roland Manukian directed our short film Castle in the Sky. That was a tester, and then he come on and directed this for us. It was his directorial debut, and he pulled in some favours. He pulled in Craig Fairbrass, Jeff Bell, Eddie Webber, and then from that we got Kadeem Ramsey from Top Boy. Gina Jones has been fantastic. Lottie Lewis, Josh Richards, obviously my partner of Move Mountains, and he's done a great job also. Simon Magnonda has done a bit in America. So yeah, yeah, I know them. Yeah, so I'm hoping that that's what we bring to the audience, and how we sort of scaled it. Every 15 minutes, you get to see somebody that you know.
It's pretty much a who's who of contemporary film and TV at the moment, isn't it?
Exactly. So this is perfect for a BBC. This is perfect for an ITV or Sky. I'm hoping that it's strong enough for them to eventually pick it up, and see the work that's gone into it. I know it's an indie film, and there's going to be issues. There's going to be things where, oh, right, we could have done that better, or we could have done that better. But at the end of the day, it's a great story. It's a great film. The response that we've had from the premiere, and just even the people watching it this week is been outrageous. And yeah, it's good, because we've been waiting for this moment for people just to give us feedback, just to give us a review.
Well, Trapped Film 2025 is what you're looking for on Instagram. You can find out more about what's happening and the film itself there, and of course follow what's happening there too. Eventbrite have got the trail, so you can find it that way. And basically Google Trapped 2025, stick the name Sean McCormack in there, and before you know it, you'll be enjoying and really being moved by the characters you'll see in this film from Move Mountain Production. Shane, thank you for joining us. Keep up the good work, and we look forward to more from you in the not too distant future.
Thank you for having me, Jason. Cheers.
Now, since the middle of October, the amazing Winter Light Trail at Trentham Gardens has been under construction. It's now officially ready to go. I'm here on the preview night with Jonathan Ware, who's been plugging bulbs in. How are you doing, sir?
Yes, not so bad. A little bit cold, but I'm getting there.
Well, yeah, a bit of dancing around. Stand next to some of the lights, you'll be away. But just from here, it looks amazing. From what we can see behind us, just the welcome of the bridge as you make your way in. It's just a huge light trail, and I've already seen excited faces as I've been heading towards the main part of the display.
Yeah, 100%. So far, a few people have gone in, and we've heard the wows. We've seen the kids stopping, and seen people stopping for photos already, and that's just the beginning. So we're really excited for everyone to see the whole thing, because we've really put a lot of work into making sure that it's bigger and better than last year. Last year was really well received. And we're just hoping everyone has such a great time this time around.
Yeah, because you've already mixed up. I can tell from here just what I'm seeing. There are displays that we haven't seen before, and that's the case throughout, isn't it?
100%. We've worked really closely with our production partner, Network Productions, to make sure we've taken all the bits that everyone loved about last year, and then just taken that as inspiration for what we put in this year, whilst making it completely different and something brand new for everyone to see. And hopefully they're going to make a yearly tradition out of it now.
Now, have you worked out how many miles of cable are involved, and how many light bulbs are actually out there?
I haven't yet, and I'm kicking myself because you asked me this exact question on air a little while ago.
I was hoping you'd worked it out.
Next, I tell you what, in 2026, I'm going to have the definitive answer for you on cables and bulbs.
But it's got to be millions of light bulbs, hasn't it?
The bulbs is definitely running into, at the very least, the hundreds of thousands for sure. And as you can imagine, if one or two of those go out, it's a real process for the production team to then go find that and work out where it is.
But these days, if one little one goes, the rest of them stay on. That's what counts.
Yes, exactly that. Yeah, the circuits are in place to do that. So yeah, thank God.
And have you got a favourite animation down here tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a kind of almost Christmas tree, but it's got a bit of a funny shape to it. Right over in the sort of behind the Japanese garden. Mm-hmm. That is just spectacular. It was in our Northampton Light Trail last year. It was a firm favourite, and it really is it's a wow piece. And for me, it's the best here for sure.
And so whichever one you visit, do you take that with you? Have you got a small one for the living room? Is that how?
Goes in the back of the car easily, and then straight home afterwards.
But so lots to see, lots to experience, and just the whole sort of glow that it leaves you with as you leave, and particularly when you've got so many great features to work with. You mentioned the Japanese garden. You've got a chapel on the way through. There are statues all over the place. You utilise this as you go around, don't you?
Absolutely, and we are absolutely blessed with this venue because it's just stunning. I mean, obviously everyone comes here day in, day out and sees how spectacular it is. And as you say, we've got so many great fixtures. We've got a huge projection on the chapel. We've got things dawned all over the lower Italian garden, and it just makes for even more spectacular displays when we're able to apply it to what is already such a great venue.
Right, it looks fantastic from here. I'm going to go and experience it now, so I'm really looking forward to that. Meanwhile, people do need to book their slots, don't they? Because this is something where you make sure that it's not overcrowded. You work it so people get the best experience every time.
Yeah, we work really carefully to do that. There's 20-minute time slots that people book in for, and that enables us to make sure everyone's gapped out, everyone gets a chance to have a great photo without having to queue for anything, and just get a really nice flow. But it's really worth booking ahead. A lot of the December sessions and even the weekend sessions this weekend fully sold out on a lot of them, and there's only a few left. So anyone that's looking to come, especially at the weekend, get online, winterlighttrail.co.uk.
And get yourself booked in and experience what will be amazing. The fact you've got food and drink available at the end to buy and cabins to book as well, it is just something to make a whole night of.
Full night out, yeah, everyone can make it a yearly tradition, a festive night out. Like you say, we've got some amazing independent food traders that are all local, which we've worked really hard to make sure of, and then just a fantastic bar which selling hot chocolate and all the kind of kids' favourites, but then also mum and dad's favourites as well, mulled wine, a couple of beers and bits like that.
Something to keep you warm during these winter nights.
Exactly, there, it's a must. Well,
it looks fantastic. I'm going to go and enjoy it. Jonathan, thanks for the chat.
Enjoy, thanks.
Now, would you trust AI with your shopping? It seems many of us would, even if I do struggle at the moment with the number of times my box in the corner tries to order batteries. However, AI actually, once governed, can make a huge difference to our lives. Kingfisher, the group behind the likes of B&Q, have done some research, and to tell us more about it, I'm joined now by leading futurist Andrew Grill, and also by Mohsen Gassanpour, Chief Officer at Kingfisher. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So, Andrew, first of all, tell us a bit about the research itself.
Well, I was delighted to work with Kingfisher. They set me a really interesting task. What is the future of retail? Huge question. So I pulled together a bunch of interviews. I spoke to some experts. We did some consumer research and looked at 5 key areas where we think the future of retail will be. And not surprising, and we'll probably talk about this, AI is one of the top things that consumers are talking about.
As I said at the start, I get requests from my equipment to buy batteries for things. I would have a house full of batteries, but AI actually, when used properly, and it's about the algorithms that can make the difference here. So by putting a bit of extra effort in, actually AI can make a revolutionary change to the way we shop.
Well, AI is getting smarter and smarter, and those of your listeners that are playing with ChatGPT are probably being delighted every day with things that it didn't know it could do. The research bore out some really interesting stats. So, for example, Britons are happy to make purchases without their approval. having their autonomous or agentic AI work for it. We actually found, and this surprised me, that Britain consumers were happy to spend up to £99 or let the AI buy something worth £99. It's a bit like in the contactless world where you've got a £100 limit. Beyond that, you have to actually approve that. But I think what we're seeing is consumers are saying, take some of that heavy lifting of buying products and services. I'm happy to let AI do that for me.
Now, Mosson, as part of a group which obviously has real retail stores that is out there providing that part of the customer experience, the fact that we are also looking at AI, making sure that you can cover off and give the best value across the board is an important thing to you.
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge. AI is fundamentally changing the way we're operating across our stores as well as the back of operation, right? So as Andrew also mentioned, is about, especially in DIY area, so providing the help and advice and supporting people to find what is the right product to do their DIY project is critical. And AI is fundamentally changing the way we build a new customer experience for our amazing customers.
Yeah, and whilst at the moment customers will come along, go to B&Q, buy something, watch a YouTube video on how to use it, or having spoken to the wonderful staff in store, these days AI, you might be able to look at it with your camera on your phone, and it'll tell you which bit to do first.
Exactly, and that's one of our initiatives we started. And if you go to our B&Q store, for example, and watch our colleagues, so you see two interesting patterns. So one is exactly as you mentioned, customers come into our stores with a piece of broken part of something, they don't know what it is, and they really want to replace that. And we have introduced a new piece of technology as part of our visual discovery. We call it Lens, that people can use their mobile phone, take a photo of that thing. They don't even need to take it out and bring it to a store. They can perform a visual search and find over across our 2.1 million product in B&Q, they can find the right product to replace that broken piece, for example, right? And another interesting pattern is when people come to a store and they describe their problem rather than looking for a product, they come in and just say, I want to remove old wallpaper. So, and that's the technology that these AI agents are quite powerful to providing the help and advice on providing the right product, right instruction, how you do that task, which is technically changed the way we're shopping at the moment.
Mm. And Andrew, when it comes to the way in which this sort of interaction works, somebody might be saying, yeah, I need this bit. AI tells them what they want, and they can wait for it to be delivered, or just nip to B&Q and pick it up. Now they know what they're looking for. But there's the whole store concept changes, doesn't it? And I know that you've got in your mind the phygital store, the sort of combination of digital and real world happening together.
Yeah, it's a funny word, phygital. It's a combination of physical and digital. And I think in this new AI-powered world, the physical stores that B&Q and Screwfix have become even more important, because when you're doing a home improvement project, sometimes you found what you want online. You want to go and touch the product. You want to go and look at it. You want to have someone explain how it's done. And importantly, we're going to see the stores become that hub where people come and have an experience, and maybe even talk to other people in the community that have had similar issues or similar things they want to fix, or new kitchens, those sort of things. So what we're going to see is that online is great, but when you're in that home improvement world, you're making an important decision about your new design. You want to actually go in there. And what I think AI does, next time you hear the word AI, think of augmented intelligence. It's humans plus AI. It actually means that the store colleagues are even more empowered to give that advice in real time. So not having to wait for someone to find out or look it up. Mosson, you might talk about the headsets you've got. You can actually AI power those headsets you see people wearing in stores as well.
Yeah, I mean, we do have headset at the moment across our B&Q store and all of our stores. But what we try to look at some trials is to connect those stores to our in-house Power AI agents we call Athena. And the idea here is how you can actually get real-time advice and searching for product, looking at the availability, just talking, as you walk into the stores. And as you mentioned, is one of the most important tasks for our colleagues in a store is helping our customer find the right product. By removing some of those frictions that our colleagues need to do every day, they're going to have more time, as you mentioned, to spend with our valuable customer, which is hopefully bring a much better customer experience for us. Yeah.
And of course, the next development will be, not having to stock all parts in stores, because you may well have a 3D printer that can produce what you need for your customers.
Yeah, that's one thing I looked at in the research, because often you don't have that exact part that you want. But imagine in the future being able to go into a store and say, here's what I need, and having it 3D printed in front of you. We're not there at the moment, but I saw in the research that's where we're moving towards. So you don't have to stock everything. And there's this concept of an endless aisle. So what Kingfisher have also done done is evolve their marketplace offering. So it's not just Kingfisher products, it's third party, which means if you can 3D print it or you can get it from someone else, it basically means that the aisle is endless and you can keep getting all the things you need, whether it be products or services from the one supplier.
Yep, I'll be looking to AI to help me do the DIY as well. As we've said, that those sort of tips are absolutely essential, particularly with me. Where can we go for more information about this report, what the future is going to be like, and of course, how we can enjoy what we can enjoy now too?
There's a great visualization we've developed, and it's kingfisherstoreofthefuture.com. Explains what this looks like, how it might evolve, and I think it'll excite consumers as to what the next evolution of retail might look like.
Well, fingers crossed that we can all manage to get the DIY jobs done. We need to, hopefully first time round, with the help of the magical team at B&Q and Screwfix. For now, futurist Andrew Grill and also Mohsen Gazanpour, Chief AI Officer at Kingfisher. Thank you both for joining us.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jason.
Now, new research from Scottish Widows is showing that there's a bit of a discrepancy when it comes down to the sort of retirement that different members of the family might be able to get. To tell us more, I'm joined now by Dame Denise Lewis, Olympic heptathlon athlete and former sports presenter, plus retirement expert at Scottish Widows, Susan Hope. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
So, first of all, Denise, in our city of Wolverhampton, there is a disparity between the type of retirement that many people might be able to have.
Totally. And you know what's instigating this is that 1 in 3 women are pushing into pension poverty, and there is a massive discrepancy, as you just highlighted, between the potential pension of women and versus men. So that gender pension gap is just getting wider and wider year on year. And so today, Susan and I, it's basically a call to action to try help educate and make people more aware that this pension gap is real, and how they can help themselves to mitigate against that.
Yeah, because Susan, we're looking at about £113,000 less in pension pots, which makes an absolutely massive dent in the sort of payout that you will get once you do cash that in for an annuity.
Yeah, absolutely. When you try and see it quickly, it seems less. But if you think about it, if you break it down for the men and the women of the UK, the average male is on track for £19,000 of retirement income, and the average female is on track for £13,000. So that's £6,000 year on year of a difference, where men are better off than women, and pushing, as Dame Denise says, pushing 36% of women into retirement poverty. Now that means a retirement of staying at home, not being able to go out, relying on other people, no holidays. And we just can't live in a situation, we can't live in the UK, a G7 nation, with that as our reality.
Absolutely. And Denise, when you were looking at these numbers, it is particularly alarming. And whilst somebody who may be in a relationship where that pool of pension between the two of them might actually give them a good life, we're seeing so many women who are making their way into old age either without a partner, and it shouldn't be relying on anybody else, should it? You've got women out here going out to work and earning, so there should not be this gap.
There shouldn't be this gap, but 40% of women don't even plan for their financial career breaks, which again is another staggering stat, and over 50% can't even consider the impact that retirement would have on them later in life. And so whatever those career breaks or that support that you think you ought to have, the onus should be on each woman to think about her own financial health and what good looks like in retirement for them.
Yeah, because Susan, we talked about career breaks there. These could be due to starting a family, or it could just be there are other factors that get taken into account in the way in which somebody wants to live their life. And being able to plan for that is an important thing to do, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. So women are 12 times more likely to have a career break for childcare, 36% versus just 3% of men. And you're right, there are other career breaks for personal health reasons, caring in later life, education and travel. All of these are classed as career breaks. But what's worrying is that, as Dame Denise said earlier, 40% of women didn't plan financially for those, and sometimes that can be down to a lack of accessible and easy to digest information, so you're almost going forward without an idea of what that's going to look like. So it's really important that we put like really good modelling tools, easy to use and accessible, in front of people so that they can have their own personal proof points about what a particular course of action can mean for them and can mean for their future self.
And Denise, I don't think any of us really understand pensions without actually looking into this with an expert. So it is important to actually get advice and talk to someone.
It is. It really is important to take that advice, and it's something that I really champion and did in my 20s, despite being at the height of my career and thinking about that I'd compete forever. It was very important for me to seek that information, think about how my pension might look and where those top-ups and those contributions I could make throughout my career, and I still have that advice accessible to me. I'm diversifying your investments, but really understanding that we're not all very good at that financial literacy, but there are experts out there that can help you. And so don't be sitting there thinking that you work this out all on your own, but it's incumbent on us all to make sure, particularly as women, that we are doing the best for ourselves.
Susan, where can we go for more information on what's going on with this report and, of course, the availability of assistance from Scottish Widows?
Of course. So we have been studying, the women's financial journeys to retirement for 21 years. So we are market leaders in this space. We've turned that insight into action, though. So now our website's filled with practical tips. Our Scottish Widows website and Women and Retirement Report homepage all have really good practical tips for women of all ages to help them take pensions out of the too difficult box.
And we can't start this too soon, can we, Susan?
No.
That's the key I would take on from this. Don't wait until you're near retirement age. Start early. Little and often is what is advised.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. And certainly everyone should be thinking about, particularly where we're seeing this disparity, we need to make sure that those who may not have been encouraged to look at this are actually doing so. And once again, Dame Denise, in our city of Wolverhampton, we want to see women across Wolverhampton being able to enjoy their retirement just as well as their male counterparts may be able to.
Absolutely. You want to see them thriving and making sure that they are safe and not in this pension poverty, which no one wants to see.
Well, Olympic heptathlon athlete Dame Denise Lewis and Susan Hope from Scottish Widows, thank you both for joining us.
Thank you.
That's your lot for this week. Thank you so much for joining me. Back with episode 858 next week. I'll see you then. Ta-ra for now.
Goodbye from the milk bar. 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 Yeah. Goodbye from the milk bar.